SOP and POS. SOP is nothing but sum of product terms, and POP is nothing but product of sum terms. I think yesterday also we have. Thank you all for your wishes. And so yesterday also we have small introduction about sum of product and product of sum
Right.
terms. Okay.
Yes.
So today also we can learn about what is sum term, what is the sum of product terms and product of terms, and what is another way standard SOP and standard POS, or else standard SOP, that is in the sense of standard sum of product terms also can be called as canonical forms. After that we can see some thank you all, thank you for your wishes. And we can say other binary number systems, still some more binary new number systems also we are going to discuss today. They are XS3 binary number systems and uh, gray code. So we have to discuss these three codes also. We left with these two codes. So today we can start. We can see what is the XS3 code and what is gray code. So
Okay,
shall we
sir.
start? Or okay, okay.
Yeah, sir.
See here, this is where in our last session we left here. See, if you see how many gates required to build F1 function, this F1 is the one Boolean function. Similarly, F2 is also another Boolean. I think is everyone able to get my screen?
Yeah, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, okay, okay. See here, this is F1, and for this one, how many gates are required? Only one AND gate with three input terminals. Clear all of you? Three input terminals and one output terminal, so that we can build the logic related to F1. And how many gates required for F2? We cannot say directly how many gates required for this logic. So first of all, we should simplify the logic. Just like we have seen in previous sessions also, if three AND gates and three AND gates and two OR gates are required, but after simplification what we got, only two AND gates and one OR gate is enough. So like the way here also, this F2 function also we can simplify. So then we can design the logic. See here, first of all, to simplify, first of all we need to take common terms presented in each term. So this is one product term, and this is also one product term, and this is also one product term, and this is also one product term. So here what is happening with this, all these product terms are going to be added. That is in the sense OR. So this representation is nothing but sum of which terms? Product terms. So it is a SOP form. Clear all of you? So this is what SOP, sum of product terms. Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the third one is also represented in terms of
Sum of product.
sum of product terms. See here, I'm changing a little. I'm taking little bit changes for our convenience. So this is not related to previous truth table. For our convenience only, I'm making these changes. Now tell me, is there any difference between previous representation and the present representation of F1 and F2? Sorry, F2 and F3. Is there any changes? And this F1 with how many variables? It should be three variables, namely X, Y, Z. Now tell me, compare with previous F3 and present F3. What are the changes occurred? See clearly, F3 is built with how many variables? three variables, namely x, y, z. That is in the sense in every term we are going to have literals, x, y, z literals. But in some of the terms we are missing. So here we are missing. Which term we are missing?
Sir, did you change the screen, sir?
Yeah.
Sir,
Is everyone getting my screen?
Yes, sir.
the slide was not changing.
I am not changing slides. Simply I am taking small changes in the literals. Same whiteboard I am presenting.
The presentation is lagging here.
Oh, someone again. Let me know if you are getting this screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
See, completely once read out the what are the literals are, that is in the sense what are the variables presented in F2 and F3. So these are the functions what we got from truth table. So apart from truth table, so leave the concept of truth table. Just like we have functions, we have functions F1 and F2 like this. So slightly I'm changing for our convenience. To know the concept only, I am removing some terms to know the new terminology. So this removing terms is not based on truth table. So don't leave with this changes with truth table. Okay, clear all of you? For our convenience only, I'm removing some terms in the some letters in the particular terms. So here I am removing Z. Clear all of you? Did you observe this one in F3?
Yeah, sir.
So here I removed Z. And again in F3, one more changes is occurred. That is, yeah. Here I am removing Y. So this F3 built with how many literals or how many input terminals? So input terminal is also called literal. So here F3 can build with help of how many literals? Only 3. They are X, Y, Z. Yeah. So in F2 also I am taking in F3 also I am taking some changes. You can observe clearly what are the changes I am taking. So in first term I removed X, and again in fourth term I am going to remove Y, and again Z also in fact. So did you got the changes occurred in F2 and F3? Even F2 is also built with the help of how many literals? Can you say?
3.
Yeah, 3 literals. What are they? X, Y, Z. So clearly now also we can say that F2 is represented with help of SOP forms. Even we removed some literals, then this form is also, now this form can be called as SOP. That is sum of product terms. See here in first term what is product? Y, Z. In second term X, Y, Z. In third term X, Y, Z literals are there. Even though don't bother about whether it is given with complement or not complement. Just we can see product is happen or not. Whether it is complement of Y or normal way. So no problem. But we can see whether product is occurred or not. And again we can see how these product terms are related, interrelated with each other. So that is with symbol, plus symbol. That is in the sense every product term is going to be added. That is in the sense OR logic is performed in between the product terms. So this representation can be called as sum of product terms. Is that clear all of you? So this representation is also called sum of product terms. But if you observe clearly in this first, in F2, if you take in first term, which letter we are missing?
X.
X is missing. So this, if any literal is missing from particular product term, then it is not a SSOP. That is the basic difference between SOP and SSOP. SSOP in the sense standard product terms. Sorry, standard product sum of product terms. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So F3 is not a SSOP. F3 is now F2 is simply a sum of product terms, but it is not a standard sum of product terms. Why? Because in its first word we are missing X literal, and again in last term we are missing Y and Z. So this is a representation of even though it is a representation of sum of product terms, but it is not standard. So that is the thing I want to convey you here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clear, all of you? I think everyone got the difference between sum of product terms and the standard sum of product terms. Is that clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now what we can say is, in order to get the standard sum of product terms, simply we can multiply what are the terms missing, what are the literals missing in particular terms. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can make, if you got the sum of product terms, from that we can convert given sum of product terms into the standard sum of product terms simply by
multiplying it.
missing literals. So sorry, we can see how we can add, we can see later. So how we can convert SOP to standard SOP. Clear, all of you? Without changing the value of function, we should include the missing literals. By adding the literals, if function value changes, then there is no meaning of converting SOP to SOP, standard SOP. So this is F2. F2, what is that function? YZ in first term, and in second term XYZ, and its third term XYZ again X Y bar Z bar. In last term X is there.
Yes,
So
sir.
after making it this to standard sum of terms, but its value does not changes. Its logic does not alerts. Just like how we are wearing different dresses in day by day. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. See how so what is the difference between standard sum of product terms and product terms? So product terms are like in normal days how we are what is our lifestyle. But if you take some festival days, we are going to have we are maintaining some changes in our look. That is, we can wear new dresses. So that is the difference between traditional look and normal look. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See here, but we can't change. If Shiva is wearing modern dress or traditional dress, Shiva is Shiva. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Here also, even though if it is a sum of product term and we are converting it to standard product terms, but its meaning and its logic should not be changed. Okay, so we can see how we can convert sum of product terms into product of standard sum of product terms. We can see without changing the meaning of our logic of F2. And one more name for SSOP, that is standard sum of product terms, is also represented as canonical form of sum of product terms. So this name is also having another name. What is that? Canonical form. Clear, all of you?
What's
Yeah.
your name?
Canonical.
Canonic. Okay, sir.
Yeah, canonical representation of sum of product terms. So standard sum of product terms representation is nothing but canonical form. Canonical form of SOP. Clear, all of you?
Yeah, sir.
See here, by simple logic we can convert SOP to SSOP, that is in the sense canonical form. What is that logic is, if you take first term in F2, what is that first term in F2?
Y, sir.
Y.
Y bar, Z bar.
Y
So
bar,
I
sir.
hope everyone is getting my screen.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So can you let me know which term is missing here?
X.
X. X is missing here. So this is the given form. So if you directly replace X, its entire meaning is going to be changed. Why? Because in its first term it does not contain X. But if you replace X is directly there, its logic is going to be changes. Then what we need to add? See here, instead of X, I am going to multiply with 1.
Yes, sir.
So if I am multiplying with 1, so no problem. So the actual value is not changing.
Yes, sir.
Clear all of you? Is it clear all of you? I am just simply multiplying with 1. You can see next steps to include X. We don't think about, sir, if 1 is there but we are missing X. If what is the standard sum of product terms is in every term, every product term should contains all literals. But here first term and last term is missing literals. So it is not a standard sum of product terms. It is just a sum of product terms, and it is not a canonical form. So in order to make this some SOP to standard SOP, so I am going to taking one step by one step. So in the first step, I am going to multiplying with 1, so that no, there is no changes in F2.
Yes, sir.
Again in third term also, I am multiplying with 1 instead of Y. Again I am multiplying with 1 more 1 instead of Z. Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
So now form is clear. So no more changes. Form is clear, and no more changes occurred to F2 by taking this changes. That is in the sense by multiplying with 1 and 1. So, and from Boolean theorems, what we learn is X plus X bar. X plus X bar. Can you tell me what is its value?
1, sir.
Can you tell me what is its value?
1, sir.
Yeah, very good. Its value is 1. So this 1 is replaced by this term. So what we need to take is we should multiply with 1. 1 is nothing but X plus X bar. Clear all of you? So even though multiplication, so while simplifying we get same XYZ only, same YZ only. So that means its function is not going to be changed. So here what we need to do? So we need to multiply with Y missing in the sense, simply we need to multiply with Y plus Y bar. That is for single one. But still we are missing Z. So in order to make it canonical form, in every product term, all 3 literals should be presented. Whether it is complement or not complemented, that is secondary. But it should contain every literal. So that is the basic rule for canonical representation or standard SOP representation. So that I am multiplying here with Z plus Z bar.
Okay, sir.
So after making simplification, also same function we can get same function. So no more changes occurred for this function. So this is the way how we can convert sum of product terms into standard sum of product terms or canonical form. Hope everyone clear?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So after multiplying with this X plus X1, we can see how this function is occurred.
XY.
Yeah, tell me.
X Y bar Z bar plus X.
Yeah,
X
first we should multiply with X
Y bar Z bar
Y bar Z bar.
plus
Y bar Z bar. Again next term is
XYZ plus
X bar.
Y plus Z bar.
Next term x bar, y bar,
Z bar.
very good, z bar. See here, instead of two letters, instead of two letter product term, we got two product terms. But these two terms are representing same logic only. Y bar, Z bar, all these two terms will give both the terms only. Why? Because if you separate Y bar and Z bar from these two terms, we can get in reverse x plus x bar. X plus x bar is nothing but 1. So its identity is not changing. Y bar, Z bar is reality is not changing by multiplying with x plus x bar. Will you agree or not?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Similarly, in the last term, so if you in second term, so no problem, all literals are presented. In third term also no problem, all literals are presented. But coming to the fourth term, we are missing y and we are missing z. So in order to replace y term, we should multiply with the y plus bar, and in order to replace with z term, we should multiply with z plus z bar term. So after multiplying, so this x will become x, y, z. Clear all of you?
Yeah, sir.
X, Y, Z plus X, Y, Z bar. X, Y, Z bar. Again plus X, Y bar, Z. X, Y bar, Z plus X, Y bar, Z bar. Y bar, Z bar. So this is the way how we are going to convert the standard form into SOP to standard form. So remaining times we can replace usual. So here second term will be replaced and here third term will be replaced. So plus is given. Here also plus is given, and here also plus is given. Clear all of you? This is what we can call it as canonical form of F2 or standard sum of product terms of F2. If any function is given, so this is the way how we can how we need to convert SOP to POS term. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
And one more thing we need to remember. Each term in standard sum of product terms can be called as min term. So this is one min term, and this is also one min term. Each term in standard sum of product terms can be called as which term?
Sir.
Each term, that is, what is first term here in standard form? X, Y bar, Z bar. Clear all of you? X, Y bar, Z bar in the sense what is its real value? For X we can take its value
1.
So
1.
for Y bar we can take it 0 in SOP form. For Z bar we can take
0.
So that is in the sense this what is its value? 4. Clear all of you?
Sir, what you are writing on the screen was not coming, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now it is okay.
Before you write one equation, no, sir. That equation is not appeared in the screen, sir. After multiplying that.
Can you read out what you are getting on screen? X, Y bar, Z bar.
Yeah, sir. Next,
Plus
Black
X,
color.
Y.
One black color equation is there. Are you able to get that one?
sir, you wrote x, y bar, z bar plus x bar, y bar. After that, some gap is.
Okay.
Yeah, gap is there. Again, some gap is there. I put 2 arrows to replace these two terms. So to bring down this term and this term for time checking only, I'm
Okay.
making this arrow. Simply we can replace these two terms. So here x, y, z are here, here.
Okay, sir. Yeah, sir. Now it's came.
Now tell me, is everyone getting my screen?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So this is the way. And one more thing we need to check, if any common terms are there, so we can straight away we can subtract, we can remove that name, that term. See here, what are the similar terms? So this term, x,
Yes.
y bar, z bar, and first term is also similar to the x, y bar, z bar. Clear?
They're not coming, sir. Screen.
Hello?
Yeah, sir. Screen was not coming. That particular slide was not coming.
Not slide. I'm just using
No, we are seeing
what?
that.
Yeah, you can wait because of
Okay,
network issue. This may be happen.
okay, sir.
Are you only or remaining all students also facing same problem?
Same problems.
Remaining also, sir.
Okay, okay. Is it okay now?
Sorry, sir. Not okay.
Is it visible now?
Ah, sir. Our names are. This.
Hello? If it is visible to all,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and now tell me this one.
Max term, sir.
Whiteboard. Now I am representing whiteboard.
No, sir.
No,
No,
Not visible.
it was in.
Okay, you can just read. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
think hope everyone getting this whiteboard screen.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, okay. So this is the way how we can convert red color. It is SOP form. In black color equation, it is standard. Tell me standard
Standard sum of products.
standard
Sum of
sum of
products.
product, or else it can also can be called as canonical form. So
Canonical form.
after converting canonical form, if any similar terms are repeated, we can remove one term. Instead of two terms, we can remove one term. See here, first term and fourth term both are same. So we can left any term. Here.
Okay, sir.
And one more thing we need to learn here is each term in canonical form can be called as min term.
Yes, sir.
In standard SOP in SOP representation, each term can be called as min term. So this is one min term, and this is one min term, and this is all these are min terms. So each and min terms is going to be represented with decimal values. So just like how we are giving decimal value is, can you read out what is the first term here in standard form? X,
Y, Z.
X, Y bar, Z bar. That is in the sense for X we can replace 1. If Y bar is in the sense 0, Z bar in the
Zero.
sense 0. So now tell me what is its value? 100 in the sense
Yes, sir.
4. So we are going to represent 4 with M suffix 4. That is in the sense min 10, which is representing logic of 4. 4 in the sense 100. 100 in the sense we can take X and Y bar, Z bar. This is short notation. Okay. So both are representing same values.
Yes, sir.
So M4 is nothing but short notation for X, Y bar, Z bar product term. Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
M is indicating min term. Okay. What is the other term? In second term, what we are having X bar, Y bar, Z bar. That is
Zero,
the
zero,
term?
zero.
Yeah.
Zero, zero, zero.
0, 0, 0.
0, 0, 0. So that is in the sense what we are having.
Yeah.
We are having M naught.
Mm,
So like the way using min terms also we can find out, we can give the representation of logic of F2. Clear all of you? If F2 is given like that, M4 plus M3 plus M5, then we can represent easily, we can convert into canonical form. Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Here also what is the other term? So this 4 is repeated, so M4 is repeated, so no need to write again. In other term, what we are having, X equals to 1, Y equals to 1, Z equals to 1, that is 7. So M suffix 7. Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
I think we are facing some problems. I think so many students are losing their patience if you are conducting class by 3:30. Sorry, after 3 to 4. See, yes, at the starting of the session, nearly 80 members are there, but now it is dropped to half of the members. So what is happening? I too can understand what are the problems, and some of you people may lost the patience, and they will left the meeting after giving attendance, and and in real cases some of the students may lost their may lost their complete data, I think so. Okay. If your entire data is specified to a particular class also, no problem, 1 GB is enough. But you know, some other applications also need to use the data. So for that, some of the peoples also, I think for data is not enough. So what is happening with the people who are presented right now? For you people also, data problems are there. Okay, so that is not going to be not reliable. So everyone so if there is any chances to conduct in the morning session, if I'm free, so I will convert into the
Okay, sir.
yeah. So in the sense, just like in the on Saturday, second hour, sorry, yeah, first hour. Do you have second hour? I think you don't have second hour. We can see, and I will take some modifications to conduct the 3 to 4 sessions in the morning session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Why, Monica? I think you sent symbol that is reversed.
No, sir.
Okay. See here. This is M7, and so like
Sir,
the way.
whiteboard is not.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, you can just wait. It is going to be appear. Now, is it visible now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Now it is visible to us.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So just now we have discussed about the sum of product terms and standard sum of product terms. Like the way we can see, we can represent reverse terms are there. What are the product of sum terms? All of you. Another way of representing Boolean functions are there. So what is the other name? Other name is, yesterday also we got a small introduction on
Product of sentence.
product of sum terms. Okay, see here, each literal is going to be given with or operation. Just like in previous section, we have seen with each literal or each variable is related with AND gate. But here we are going to produce OR gate only. Just like consider one function. So let it be f3 equals, or we can take f2 equals to So see here how product of POS can be taken. See, F is built with the help of XYZ as usual. XYZ. So now this is X. వద్దొద్దు క్లాస్ ఉంది. So this is sum term are multiplied with which one? Product terms. So this is So this is the way using some logic. F2 is given with 3 literals. What are the X, Y, Z literals? So this representation, this type of logic representation can be called as product of sum terms. So each term is given with products. Sorry, each sum term is given with products. Product of sum terms. So if you observe clearly, here we are missing in sometimes we are missing some literals. So where we are missing in second term, we are missing Z term. In third term, we are missing
X.
X. So, so to get the standard form, hello, hello,
Yes,
Hello.
yeah. To get the standard sum, simply we are. So what we need to do here? So to convert the standard, so that is standard POS. Here addition, what is addition identity? Multiplication identity is 1. So that is the reason by using sum of product terms we are multiplied with 1. But coming to the addition, what is addition identity?
that number only, sir.
No, 0. If you are adding 0 to the particular value, so nothing will be added.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing we need to take here to convert product of sometimes into the standard product of sometimes or canonical product of sometimes. Clear, all of you? So just like what are the steps we have taken in yes sorry, excuse me, SOP. SOP, there are product terms are there and they are related with addition. R operation is performed in between each term. So there, in order to provide the missing terms, we are going to multiplying with 1. Why? Because this is a product term. In product, what is the multiplication identity? 1. So if you are multiplying with 1, so no product term is going to be varied. It does not alter its value. So like the way here also we can add 0. So for this term we can add 0 so that its value is not going to be changes.
Yeah, sir.
So here also we are missing x term is missing. Instead of x term we are simply adding 0. And one more thing, let me tell here in second term z is missing. So instead of addition of 0, what I'm doing here is z into z bar. What is its value? Can anyone tell me using Boolean theorems?
Z into Z bar 1.
Z into z bar always 1.
Yeah, sir.
Once again check it. Z plus z bar is going to be 1, but z into z bar is always going to be
0. 0, sir.
yeah. In previous section, what we have seen, z plus z bar is always going to be 1. This value is 1. That is the reason we should very particular about theorems. What are the Boolean theorems we have discussed so far? So this value is 1 and this value is 0.
0. Yeah, sir.
Because if you take z equals to 1, 1 into z bar is 0. 1 into 0 is always 0. If you take z equals to 0, so 0 into 0 bar is nothing but 1. So 0 into 1 is again 0. So that is the reason I'm adding z into z bar. So z into z bar is nothing but 0. So see how I'm going to converting product of sometimes into the standard product of sometimes. ఇక్కడ క్లాస్ చెప్తూ ఉంటే ఎలా పలకనమ్మా? ఒక నిమిషం ఆగు, 4 ఉన్నాయి. వస్తాను, పర్లేదు, ఒక 5 minutes. See here, what we need to do here.
We have
So
to add.
here Z is missing. So instead of Z, what I'm doing here is, so simply I'm multiplying with Z into Z bar. Z into Z bar. In second term, we are missing X. So instead of X, we are taking X into X bar. X into X bar plus X into Y plus. If you observe deeply, in product term we are going to multiply with addition. In addition term we are going to add product term. That is Z into Z bar is product term. If it is simply, this is the trick. If addition sum is there, so we need to give product term. That is Z into Z bar. If product term is there, that is XY is given, so we need to multiply with addition term. That is Z plus Z bar. That is the logic here. That is what so many people are one day batting. Our friends they are very sincerely before one day before the examination. So that people will find out this by heart. Okay. See here plus is there. Then we need to multiply with Z into Z bar. So if product if into is there, then we need to use plus symbol. That is Z plus Z bar. So you people should never try to learn like this. So everything you should learn properly. Clear, Alakya? Hello. Now solve. Now perform this multiplication. So after the multiplication, so this term how we can write? Hello. This term also can be written as, see here, same terms, X bar plus Y plus Z. We can take Z one time. So this is one term, and using Z bar, we can by using a transposition theorem also similarly like this, we can say, or else after performing this one, we can write directly same equation. So X bar Y is there plus Z bar plus Z bar. Yeah. These two product terms and single product both are same. Clear, all of you? This one and this one both are same. So for third term also like the way we can write in the same way, same manner. So we can place here. First term also we can place here. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So here we can place X plus Y plus Z. So here also for these particular terms, one specific name is there in some SOP. So each product term can be called as min term, but here each sum term can be called
Max
as
term.
yeah, max term. This is represented with max term. So min term is represented with capital letter M.
Yeah, sir.
Max term is so this is reverse notation. See, you should observe clearly. Min term is represented. Sorry, max term is represented with lowercase letter m. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is for max term. Okay. And now we can see herely in min term what we have seen. If X is there, we are going to take it is 1. If Y is there, we took 1. If Z is there, we took 1 in min terms only. Clear, all of you? But in max terms, it is going to be reversed. So if X is there, what should we need to do? Here we need to consider 0. If Y is there, we need to consider here 0. If Z is there, we need to consider 0. So 000 in the sense that is
Max 0.
small m naught. So that is nothing but max 0. And in second term you can observe clearly x bar is there, so that is in the sense 1. Y is there, so that is in the sense 0. Z is there, z is in the sense again 0. So 1 0 0 1 0 0 is nothing but 4, so that is nothing but small f suffix 4, that is in the sense max term 4. Clear all of you?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, clearly. So why we are now learning about SOP terms and product terms? See here, in order to simplify this F2, so simplification in the sense that logic should use very less number of minimum number of AND gates and OR gates to perform the particular task. But in real time, this line is going to be moves up to infinite. To convert the music signals, how many length we need to write logic? Okay, so how we can reduce that logics into the simple form? So if number of terms or number of literals are going to be increased, so that is not easy way to reduce the logic behind the different functions. So in order to reduce the logics, we are going to use min terms and max terms. So from the next unit onwards, so how the different very lengthy logics can be reduced to the simple logics using min terms and max terms, we can learn in the second unit. So but here we need to learn what is max term and what is min term. That's enough. So applications of these min terms and max terms we can see in the next unit. Clear all of you? Just like in previous session what we have seen, so in we took some function, so from that how many AND gates and how many NAND gates how many OR gates are used in the sense by observing terms what we said in the previous section. So AND gates are 3 and OR gates are 2, but after simplifying function what we learn, so 2 AND gates are enough and 1 OR gate is enough. But in real time applications, what is going to be happen is this function is very lengthy. That is in the sense, yeah, it is maybe with 4 terms, okay, or it is maybe with 5 terms. Then how we can simplify the logic? If logic increases, simplification will take more time. Clear of you? Hello everyone. Yeah. So that is the reason why we are using min term and max term. I think hope all of you got what is min term and what is max term. Clear?
Sure.
Okay, and this is the way how to represent max terms. So a reversal notation can be taken while comparing with min terms. If x, y, z is there, then we need to take for x it is 1, y it is 1, z it is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 7. But x plus y plus z is there. For x we need to take 0, y we need to take 0, and z we need to take 0. So after writing 3 zeros, we are going to get m naught. Clear all of you? Clear? So instead of in F2 representation, instead of first term, so simply we are going to represent m naught. That's enough. So m naught in the sense that is nothing but x plus y plus z. Clear? M7 in the sense, small m7 in the sense, 7 in the sense all ones, that is x 777. So m7 in the sense we need to take x bar. For 1 it is we need to represent bars in max term representation, that is y bar. That is the basic difference between min terms and max terms. Clear all of you? Okay, in the next session we can see what is the XS3 and BCD course. There we can so there we can end the first unit. After knowing about why AND gate and NAND gate and NOR gates can be called as universal gates, and what are the errors, how to detect errors. So if these 3 topics completed, so entire first unit will be completed. Okay, clear all of you?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you all for your patience, and thank you all once again. Thanks all for your valuable wishes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you all. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you. Bye, sir.